Saving money feels like the responsible thing to do. And for most people, it is. But there's an uncomfortable truth about personal finance that most people never hear. Saving money alone almost never makes people wealthy. And once you understand why, a lot of common financial advice suddenly starts to look very different. You've probably been told the same financial advice your entire life. Save your money. Spend less than you earn. Put money aside every month. And if you do that long enough, you'll eventually become wealthy. At least, that's the idea. But there's one problem with that advice. In fact, focusing too much on saving might actually be the thing keeping people financially stuck. Now, to be clear, saving money isn't a bad thing. It's actually one of the most responsible financial habits you can build. It protects you from emergencies. It gives you stability. But here's where things get interesting. Saving money can make you financially safe, but it rarely makes people financially wealthy. And the difference between those two things is where many people get stuck. Let's say someone manages to save $5,000 every year. That's responsible. That's disciplined. But even after 20 years, that adds up to $100,000. Now, $100,000 might sound like a lot of money, but when most people imagine becoming wealthy, that's usually not the number they have in mind. And that's where the misunderstanding begins. Saving protects money, but it doesn't really multiply it. And once you see the real reason wealth grows for some people and not others, a lot of common financial advice suddenly starts to look very different. Which leads to an interesting question. If saving money rarely leads to real wealth, why has it been the center of financial advice for decades? The answer actually has a lot to do with how financial advice evolved. For most of modern history, financial advice wasn't designed to make people wealthy. It was designed to make people financially stable. Think about it. Most people worked predictable jobs. The goal wasn't rapid wealth building. The goal was stability. Avoid debt, save for emergencies, build a financial cushion. And that advice made sense. But over time, something interesting happened. People began to assume that saving money was the same thing as building wealth. And those two things are not the same. Wealth is rarely built by storing money. It's built by owning things that grow. Businesses, investments, assets that increase in value over time. These are the things that actually multiply money. Saving money still matters. But it plays a completely different role. Saving protects money. Ownership multiplies it. And once you understand that difference, the entire idea of wealth building starts to make a lot more sense. Saving money is how people stay safe. Ownership is how people become wealthy. Both matter, but they do very different things. Saving money is a responsible financial habit. Everyone should build a financial safety buffer. But wealth rarely comes from saving alone. It comes from owning things that continue to grow long after the money was first invested. And this is where some people strongly disagree, because many still believe that if you simply save enough money over time, you can eventually become wealthy. But understanding the difference between saving and ownership might completely change the way you think about money. Because in the end, saving money is how people stay safe. Ownership is how people become wealthy. And once you start thinking about money that way, you begin to see financial advice a little differently. Because some of the most common advice people follow about money might actually be keeping them stuck. And if you want to understand one of the biggest examples of that, you should watch the video on screen now about how smart people use their jobs to become wealthy. It explains another hidden trap that quietly keeps people from building real wealth.